What's up? Hello. My name is for Goblin Guide, and today we're gonna try to do a little live. So I wanted to play Boros Burn with you guys. So let's try to do that, and we'll see where this takes us. So for today, I'm running the same list I was in my last videos. I just posted a little sideboard guide, not sideboard guide, but a little 5 tips yesterday. And yeah, I think could see these two wear and tear being changed. Not too sure if I want to remove them for like Smash to Smithereens. And other than that, I might put like one Skullcrack in the sideboard and remove another card to change it. But I think for today, I'm gonna keep this exact same list. Just wanted to try even more the deck for the modern metagame right now. So let's get started into a little league. Alright. So, I don't know if the live is working properly. hoping the quality of the sound and the visuals are okay. So let's get started for match number 1. Alright, so let's get around number 1. Thank you. I'll try to have a good league. So this is funny because this is like one of the hand that I was talking about yesterday when I was making my video on 5 tips. I said exactly that this hand could be a keep just because you have Goblin Guide into Eidolon with another Boros Burn, with a Sunbaked Canyon that you can crack. So I think I'm gonna keep, just because of the same reason I said yesterday in my last video. Because I think Goblin Guide plus Eidolon on the play is like very powerful, even though we don't have that much burn. Sometimes just the combination of those 2 cards can just win you the game. So I'm gonna keep. Alright, Clawing to Dust. My opponent could be playing Jund or the Shadow. Or, okay, we're playing against Rack. Alright, so since we're playing against Rack, one of my land might be in my graveyard still. Not in my graveyard, I mean in my hand. I could keep one of my hand, like more cards in my hand so I don't take more damage from this, but it might end up not mattering because they're gonna make me discard my hand. So at least by playing the Eidolon, it helped me protect me from smallpox. Let's see what they have. Alright. This is smallpox, yep. That's pretty good. We're gonna keep our Eidolon, of course. So we're gonna discard a... yeah, probably just a Tarn here. Goblin Guide. And Vintage. Okay. So I think rather than just play Boros Charm, even though I don't like the fact that I'm going to have less cards in my hand, I think I'm gonna play my creatures, because by playing this Swiftspear, once again, it's gonna protect me from another smallpox if they have it. So, and if they like have a Fatal Push for one of my creatures, I'm still gonna have another one to put some pressure on my opponent. So we know that my opponent has at least 3 more life than what he's currently at. Alright, down to 6. So we're getting there. Opponent has only 2 lands this turn. Alright, opponent just concedes. I think I understand why. So for my sideboard against Rax, I like to bring my Smash to Smithereens, but this is even better. This is Wear Tear. It means we can destroy an enchantment or an artifact. Cutting your Blaze, of course, because they don't have any creatures, or their creatures they have are like not a big threat to your life total. Then I think an interesting choice could be Roiling Vortex, because they can gain life, and it's a card that cannot remove easily in their deck, unless they're playing a discard spell and then gets rid of it at the beginning of the game. And I think that's it. Don't want to bring anything else. I think I'm just gonna cut a... well, probably just Skewer the Critics, because against Atrak sometimes it could be awkward to cast because of the Spectacle. Sometimes you're not going to be able to activate your Spectacle. So let's try that. Alright, so let's see if my opponent lets us start the game, because sometimes Rack want to be on the draw rather than the play. Okay. Yeah, that's a bit awkward. If we don't get our second land, we cannot win, and they're playing Smallpox too in their deck, so I think we got them all. Right, that is way better. I'm gonna keep with a Lightning Helix to the bottom. Alright, so we're on the play, like I was saying. So we're gonna do the same thing as last time. Goblin Guide turn 1, then play our Eidolon if we can, and try to protect our Eidolon from a smallpox. Alright, opponent just passes his turn, so I believe they might have just a fiddle push here. Yep, this is the one of their creature they are playing. So, let's just attack. See if they have a fiddle push. Well, they're gonna have a smallpox. That's gonna be a bit hard to beat because we don't have our third line right now. Our Eidolon pass turn. Yep, they did have the fiddle push. So we're a bit in trouble because they're gonna get to push and then smallpox. That's pretty good. And also they have their spirit coming back. So a good turn for my opponent. Yep, I think we're a bit in trouble. Oh, Wrench Mine is even worse. Yeah, that's pretty awkward. I think Skewer the Critics for sure. I think it's gonna be the Swiftspear. Cannot go through their creature anyways, so fortunately we're gonna lose this one. We're gonna lose our guy next turn probably. Alright, never mind. I think we're just gonna play the Eidolon. He's gonna be protected from smallpox and pass turn. We're gonna lose our charm, which is a bit sad, but at least Eidolon could maybe save us here. My opponent still has 6 cards in hand. It is a bit hard to beat if they're all gas in their hand. Yep, no blocks. Gonna take 2. Alright, so they do play the smallpox. So I'm just gonna sack Goblin Guide and my mountain. Wow, they have another one. Yep, it's gonna be hard to beat. Well, let's see if they have a fiddle push here. I think they tapped their mana wrong. I guess that's fine. Alright, pretty good top deck. To attack for 2 and pass turn. Well, I guess just in case I don't want to F6. Oh, actually, no, it was a bad play for them because it's not their only creature right now in their graveyard, so they don't have a 2/2 anymore to block. They just have their Mutavault. So line go. We're not gonna attack into the Mutavault. Our Eidolon is like our best chance to win this game. Sure. Alright, so I think end of turn I'm gonna crack my Fiery Islet to take 1 less damage from this. Okay, another land. Alright, so we take 3. Alright, of question is, do I want to play my cards or just hold them? This guide is definitely consideration here, since it can attack for 2. They're gonna have to choose if they want to block or take it. I think I'm gonna play it. I'm just gonna attack with the guide. Let's see if they block. Yep, they're gonna block. So that's not too bad, because next turn we're gonna be able to attack with our Eidolon. I guess we just play our Vintage, since they're just gonna use this. Or we could just make them use it. So that way they take 2 damage. That's another option. I think actually that might be the better play. Just make them use their card so they take 2. And then we try to top deck a burn spell and we win the game, because they're gonna be at 3. And we don't really need our 3rd land unless we top deck Skewer the Critics exactly. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna make them use their cards and take 2 damage. I think my opponent's thinking if they want to fire off this Wrench Mine. Okay, they do. So that's pretty much what we planned. We're gonna discard a land. They're gonna say go. We're gonna top deck a Lightning Bolt, and we win. Maybe not, though. We're gonna see. Take 4. A land, fortunately. So, attack for 2. Yes, turn. We're gonna hold this land. Last zone, not quite enough here. Take 3. Alright, so let's just... I don't think they have any instant speed way to kill us, so let's just Lava Spike them. Pretty close game, but we got there. Alright, so let's get around number 2. If you have any questions about this list, or just my plays in general, or maybe suggestions on what I should do, just let me know in the little chat and answer you right away. That's why it's pretty nice to do this live. Alright, so that's a pretty funny hand. That is not a good hand. We're just gonna mold this. Alright, that's way better. Gonna keep... Probably just put the Islet to the bottom. One mulligans to 4. It's quite low. Alright, so let's see what they have. Maybe there are... Oh, yeah. Like I was going to say, maybe there are Tron. If there are just traditional Tron, this hand is pretty good. We have double creature, double burn spell, and even a Skullcrack if they have like a Wormcrawl Engine or a Thragtusk. Okay, so they have a turn 3 Karn. Not turn 3 Karn, turn 3 Tron. That's pretty good. Alright, so if they have the Track Dust, they have it. I think I'm just gonna go for maximum damage here. And next turn we can hold our Skullcrack. Alright, so they're gonna have the green. So they only need a Track Dust, and I think we're gonna be in trouble if they have one. Sith Apprentice 03. Do you think we have felt the full effect of Omnath on the modern format? I think Omnath is a very, very powerful card, but it might be overhyped in modern. I think like in standard, Pioneer, and formats like these, Omnath is like broken, a bit pushed. In modern, it's easier to beat it because we have more tools, but I think 4-color Uro, I think it's probably the best deck in modern right now. So Omnath is definitely a huge card because of a huge card in this archetype. Alright, so back to our game. Opponent plays a Karn. We have a Lava Spike that we can do to kill a Karn. I think we don't really have a choice here, because they're gonna go to get a Wormcoil Engine, and they're gonna wreck us with it. So let's get a White Source in case they play another Karn and exile our lands. Let's Lava Spike their baby Karn and attack for 4. So at least if they want to play this sphere or their map that they're going to draw, they're gonna have to pay 3. But they're not helping too much themselves here, but I understand that Trinity Sphere is a good way to stop us. So they don't have enough mana for Track Dust. Alright, another Karn. A bit annoying. Alright, they just activate their Trinity Spheres as a 3/3. So why not go for the kill on the next turn? Because my opponent could have get a Wormcoil Engine and just play a 6/6 lifelink in our face. And let's say we would have went for the kill, like they would be at 4, right? Oh yeah, you're right. We could have just Boros Charm this turn. So we actually missed the kill. So now I'm just going to Helix the Trinity Sphere and attack for 4. And it doesn't matter if they get a Wormcoil now. Yeah, actually, if I just went Lava Spike on them, I could have just Boros Charmed them this turn. Just because we have the Charm, we could have went for it. Yeah, you're right. Alright, so another map is not going to help them. Now they can get their Wormcoil, I guess, or a Witchbane Orb, maybe? Snaring Bridge is totally fine. So, I don't think they have a Wormcoil in their sideboard, because if this is their best answer at beating what we're doing right now, like, Ensnaring Bridge is not even that good against 1/2s and 2/2s. So now we just kill them. Yep. Okay. So, since we didn't see any Worm Coil, I think I'm not going to bring in my Path to Exile. Yeah, they could have played their map on last zone, but unfortunately, I don't know if they had enough mana to do everything they wanted, because their map would have cost 3 last turn. Because they just activate their... I think they just had bad draws, honestly. In the last 3 turns. They drew Sphere, Map, and Map. Are pretty bad. So yeah, actually it might have Orb, but yeah. Just because we had creatures on the board, we had Lethal on board, they couldn't get it. So we're going to bring in our Wear and Tears. Get rid of their artifacts. Like I said, we didn't see any Worm Coils. I don't really like Roiling Vortex on the draw. Like, I don't like Eidolons on the draw. But against Tron right now, I don't have much. I only have 2 copies of Wear and Tear. It's not really great. Guess I'm just gonna bring in Roiling Vortex and go like that. If I see they're running a lot of Worm Coil, which I didn't see, I'm gonna bring in my Path next game. But I didn't see any one of them, so I don't know how many Worm Coil they're playing. Alright, so like I said, Eidolon is pretty bad. And Roiling Vortex is pretty bad. And we only have 1 Goblin guy. Yeah. Yep, I don't like this hand. But I love the guide. Like, guide against Tron is so good, because it can deal like 6 damage easily. But I think that's a mole, because the rest of our hand is not great. Like, these are the 2 cards. Actually, these 3 cards are worth considering, but if I don't get my second line, I'm just screwed. Let's mole. Alright, that's better. Alright. So I think I'm gonna keep this. Poopa Joe, good luck, have fun, thank you. So let's keep. And I think the Eidolon goes away. And yep. Pretty good hand. We have 2 Monastery Swiftspear. This Helix is very bad though. It's pretty much like a Lightning Strike in this hand. Yep, Eidolon is definitely the pitch here. Like I said, if I had any other cards in my sideboard, I would not bring Eidolon on the draw. But for Tron, I don't have much. Like, Path could be a consideration. Deflecting Palm could be a consideration, but I didn't see any creatures in the last round, so they might be like a very, very Karn-inclined burn. Karn-inclined Tron. Alright, so unfortunately they're gonna have turn 3 Tron here, so we're just gonna go for max damage here by playing, guess we can play our Rift Bolt if we want to. And next turn. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna play my Rift Bolt and attack for 2. Could go for Lava Spike, but Lava Spike could stay in our hand depending on what they have. Yeah, this list is not very good at sideboarding against Tron. It's not a list to build to beat artifact decks, but most of the time Burn is a good matchup. It's a very good matchup against Tron usually, so I'm not too worried about this matchup being less good. Yeah. Alright, so let's see what they play. Really hope they don't have another Karn into Trinity Sphere, because our hand cannot beat this if we don't draw land. If they have like big Karn into Exile a land, we're also screwed. if they have like they could have a lot of good things here. Is this a Thragtusk? I think it is. Yep. Alright, so I think here I'm gonna kill the Thragtusk. Just to attack with my Swiftspears. I have to put their creature out of the way. And then I'm going to heal it a token. Or I could just attack and see what they do. Actually, I could just Lava Spike and suspend a Rift Bolt. If they chomp, they chomp. If they don't, that's fine. Well, I think that's better than playing the Helix on the token. So, attack. Yep, they just chomp, that's fine. Suspend Rift Bolt past turn. So, yep, another problem. I don't know if you saw my last burn video when I played against Tron, but Tron is playing a lot of Thragtusk lately. I've seen lists with like 3 Thragtusk and 2 Weather the Storm. That's pretty crazy. Alright, so we're gonna have to bring our path next game probably. Yeah, honestly, I have, from the past 5 years that I've played Burn, I've never loved this card, like ever. I was always the guy that was splashing green for Destructive Revelry, but since they printed Sunbaked Canyon, the splash green is always awkward. I'd say that probably 2 Smash might be better, but in the past month, I've played against so many ley lines and so many decks that are playing rather Upsal spells or mill with leyline main or stuff like that, that I just wanted to play them for this month. But I think next month I'm just gonna bring back my Smash with variants, because in my last 4 leagues I didn't really use the tear, sorry, part. Okay. Yeah, we're a bit in trouble here. Alright, so they get to 8, then they can get to 10 in 2 turns. We have to kill the lifelink token, because just gonna gain 3 every time. Fortunately, I think I cannot beat this, and the fact that they're at 13. Yep, I think we're in trouble here. The best play might be just to kill the Ugin, because in 3 turns they're gonna ult, and I cannot beat an Ugin ult. It's like pretty much impossible. I don't like it, but I think I have to kill the Ugin. And next turn try to hope they don't have anything else. Yeah, if they have like one other threat, I'm just gonna concede. If they have nothing and I top deck a Lightning Bolt, I could have a chance, I guess. Hey Morgan, how's it going? Yeah, I think this one is done. Yeah, probably. Alright, just Karn. Let's concede. Cannot beat this. Pretty much impossible. Alrighty. So let's bring 2 Path in to beat the Worm Coils. Roiling Vortex out. I think I'm just gonna bring out like Helix here. Eidolon's like okay, because if they stumble to play their Tron turn 3, could be good. You think I should bring like other things? Stop playing Burn. Playing this month after 15 leagues. Aramnat and Stoneblade just made me upset. I'm stopped for a bit. Tier 1 decks currently. Yeah, it's rough playing Burn right now, but I actually had pretty good success in my last few leagues. I didn't do any 2-3 or 1-4 or 0-5. I just went through. I think in my like last 8 leagues, I went 3-2 3 times and 4-1 5 times. Yeah, Helix is pretty bad. It's because Roiling Vortex, I don't know, doesn't do much, and they can just like exile the card. It's not a Skullcrack. Skullcrack is like so much better. Helix can actually do something. Just dealing 3. I guess I can maybe do split of 1. I don't want to draw more than 1 Vortex here, so I know Lightning Helix is like a Lightning Strike, but you can just top deck mode. You can't top deck a Helix to win the game. Ooh, that's pretty bad. Like your best draws against Tron are turn 1 creature. I mean, that's a turn 1 suspend Revolt into a turn 2 Eidolon. But we don't have anti-life gain, and we don't have a lot of pressure on. That's 10. Let's say they stumble to play the Tron. Could deal like 4. That's a interesting hand. I think I'm gonna try it. Not the best of hand, but it's not the worst either. At least we have an answer to Wormcoil. Yeah, I think that's a close one between a mole and a keep. Cause I know this card can be Tron if they don't get their Tron pieces correctly by turn like 3. This can do like 6 to 8 damage sometimes. Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. Wear and tear, not great. Like I said previously, I don't like wear and tear either. Oh my god, Goblin Guide. You're 1 turn late. Well, we're gonna play the Eidolon. And they might do like star into star, we don't know. Yeah, I think for my next league, probably gonna cut the 2 wear tears and might cut 1 Kor Firewalker to bring in 3 smash back. We'll see. Alright. So Eidolon's gonna deal 4, that is exactly what I was hoping for. That's fine with me. So I really hope they don't have Thragtusk here, because I don't have any way to interact with it. This path doesn't do much, and Boros Charm doesn't do much. Nice. Exactly what I was hoping from Eidolon. Uh-oh, is this a Thragtusk? Think it is. Alright, well, can't do much about that. Alright, we have no way to deal with this. Path doesn't do anything. So we're just gonna Boros Charm them. cast my path. Yeah, Pupajo, I think Kor is not that great anymore. I was running 2 for a long time, until I did a league where I played against Monored, Mirror Burn, and Izzet Prowess, so I decided to put another one in. But like I just said, I think in my next league I'm probably gonna cut one Kor Firewalker. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna say go. Helix is... well, I disagree, because sometimes Helix saves your butt. Like, if you play against Ragdolls, the Shadow, for instance, if they play a Scourge of the Skyclaves, Helix is a very, very good card, because you gain 3, and pretty much gives our opponent creature -3/-3. And sometimes it's just mirror aggressive decks, Helix can save you the game. Yeah. Hello, MTG Nexus. How's it going? Yeah, I think probably 2 Kor Firewalkers might be the correct thing here. Alright, so that's an interesting decision from my opponent. If they do that, it means they have a follow-up, probably a Planeswalker or a creature. I really hope that their follow-up is Wormcoil Engine. I think we're gonna have to take 5. Don't think we... well, we could chump with Eidolon, but I think we're gonna have to use this Eidolon to its full extent if we want to win. But we go to 6, we take 2/2. We can only cast 1 more spell. Yeah, I think we might have to chump with Eidolon here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to chump, because Eidolon is a bit killing us right now. Okay. Is this another Thractus? Yep. They have another Thractus, we're in trouble. Yeah, I agree. Helix is like very, sometimes just gonna be a Lightning Strike, and sometimes gonna be a pretty good card. Yeah, we're gonna let our Golden guy die. Swapping Kor for Hushbringer. Hushbringer is interesting. I've tried it in the past. I don't think the card is that great. I think it's okay in certain matchups like humans, but even humans, they can easily deal with it. So that's a thing to consider. Yeah, I think Hushbringer could be good in a meta that has more like Amulet Titan decks and decks that has... because one thing you have to keep in mind is Hushbringer can also like get easily Lightning Bolt or just removed from the field, and then you just lose the game instantly. So hey, thank you, MTG Nexus. Yeah, if you like this live, remember to like and subscribe to my channel. I actually have no clue if this live has good quality. Maybe just let me know in the chat. First trying this, so we're gonna see. Alright. Well, that is not a good top deck. I think we play this before pathing. Even though we're gonna take 2, I don't think it's gonna matter that much. This chat feels like a bird in Discord. Yeah, that's pretty much that. I think like 90% of my subscribers are from the bird in Discord. Yeah, that's true. Hushbringer is actually pretty good against Death and Taxes, but I think you can manage the Death and Taxes matchup with Burn. Like, I don't know for you guys that played against this matchup, but I actually have a 100% win rate so far against this matchup, so maybe I just got lucky. Okay, going down to 1. How does human deal with Bringer in this member against Burn? Yeah, I guess they just Reflector Mage it. Well, GG opponent. Also GG for a Scalding Guide. I don't think they have any out. Nice. Opponent says GG. GG opponent. You have Saint 20, that's in the minimum or decent stream, seems solid on this end. Nice. I did some what's the word? Tryouts, I guess, or was trying out my stream before starting it, and I could do it at 110 to 180, so I guess you could try to put it in HP, I don't know. Against Tron or Taxes? Taxes. Actually, I have 100% win rate against Taxes right now, in the last month. What is the best deck for you for $400? That's a good question. In ticks or US dollars? Because it's not exactly the same thing. But if you want a really, really good deck on MTGO for $400, Death Shadow is actually a very, very good deck. And Burn too. It's easy to play. Yeah, that's a mulligan. That's a pretty bad hand. That's a bit awkward. Sorry, I'm getting slow on these comments. Brain shuts that off against humans. Yep. Yeah. TJ best on. That's a question from TG Nexus. Yeah, I don't know. I think I pretty got lucky in my Death and Taxes matchup. I got every time I played against them. I think in the last month I played like 5 times against them. I got my Searing Blaze pretty much every time. And in the game 2 and 3, I got my Path to Exile every time, every single time. So I got pretty lucky for this. I think that's another mulligan. This hand is very awkward. Like, our Skewer doesn't do anything. These 2 spells didn't do anything. We're going to 5. Alright, we're gonna have to work with this, I guess. Dollars. $400. I guess Burn is under $400. I think. So that's a pretty good deck you can make. Also, another good deck could be Monaret Pros. Also good consideration. Alright, so my opponent is not on Rakdos the Shadow, he's on Grixis, I guess. Actually, there are a lot of good decks under $400 in Modern. Modern right now, I don't know how you feel it, but I really like to play Modern right now. I think the meta is really, like, has a lot of good decks that you can play. because I know I'm pretty much only playing Burn on this channel, but in paper I actually have a lot of good decks other than Burn. Alright, so yeah, I think this is Grixis Control, maybe? I don't know. Still don't know yet. So that's cover me, so they might have a Tron in the lock. Alright, best turn. Yeah, that's a pretty good 5. So we know our opponent has a Lightning Bolt, fortunately, so we're gonna have to just attack. Let's see what creature they choose to kill. Remand is not that good, I think. Or we can deal with Remand. Okay, I think they might choose the guide here, because we only have 1 card a turn. Alright. Metamorphose. Okay, interesting. Like red-black? Red-blue? Okay. Okay, that's fine, I guess. What can they have? Like Spell Pierce? Or Stubborn? I don't know. Let's go for it. Yeah. Alright, that's fine. Best turn, opponent. Yeah. I like the modern format as it is right now. I think it's in a pretty good place, even though some cards might be a bit too powerful. Like maybe Uro, but even Uro, I think you can beat it. So let's keep this mountain in our hand. We don't need it. If we top deck a Searing Blaze, we might want to use it. Wow, I actually don't know what is going on in this game. Okay, I guess we're gonna play it. Yeah, down to 3. That's pretty low. I guess my opponent need this black source. Yep. Okay. So they get 1 counter on Pyro. Flying to Dust can actually be annoying if they get to 4 mana. Alright, so second counter. I think we have to top deck a Burn, because they can Climb to Dust twice next turn, gaining 6 life. Well, that's a burn. Are you running Force? Nope. Alright. Yeah, I think it looks a bit like Grixis Arclight Phoenix. Kind of weird ago. So, I think the fact that they're playing Thought Scour, I actually want to bring my Relics. One thing I like about Relics is that even though it's not that great in a match, you can always cycle it, so that's a thing I like about it. So, other than that, I don't think they're running too much creatures. Like, we saw Snapcaster Mage and Lurrus, but I don't think... Like, I think most of the time these Searing Blaze are gonna be awkward in our hand. Yeah, I think I just go back to it like that. I don't think I want anything else. We didn't see much, honestly, so we don't really know what they're running. Looks like a Grixis Tempo deck. I don't know. Well, I don't really like this hand. It's a bit slow. We don't have any creatures. Yeah, I think I'm gonna maul. Yeah, that's a keep. Even though we don't have second land, we have double creatures. Eidolon, if we top deck our second land. I think I'm gonna keep the Relic over the Boros Charm because if we never get our second land, we can always cycle the Relic, I guess. Alright, sleight of hand. Okay, did not draw our second land. Still have one chance. So yeah, if they are playing art like Phoenix, because we saw Monomorphose, we saw Ascension. Eidolon's like one of our best cards in the matchup. Okay. Interesting. I think I'm gonna play the Swiftspear here over the Relic. Back. Lightning Bolt. Yep. You got it. So unfortunately, next turn they can do Snap Bolt, which is pretty good. Can't do much about that. Yep. Monomorphose. Interesting, they went for blue. Why do they want double blue with another blue land? Are they playing Archmage Charm too? Opponent. What do you want to do with your blue? Okay, snap hand? That seems weird to me. I mean, do you really want this card? I think they just could have snap bolt. Could have been better. So I think now we're gonna play our Relic. I could play Lightning Bolt under Snap or Lightning Bolt face and stuff, but we actually need our second land because our hand is stacked with burn spells. We just need lands. Are they... Okay, command, destroy my artifact. Okay. They really don't want me to have this Relic. Alright. Please, deck. Have faith. Nice. So no, they're at 11. They're getting pretty low from their own cards. I think rather than play the Eidolon, we just try to burn them out. So try to Lava Spike. Try to Skewer. They're gonna do a Stubborn or Spell Pierce. Nope, probably not. Alright, pass turn. Sleight of hand, sure. Yep. Getting back a sleight of hand. Okay. Definitely weird things happening here. Okay, goes up to 7. Okay. Eidolon go. Remand. Aether Gust. Go on this Eidolon on top. I think I do. It's a pretty good top deck, considering we have only 3 lands. I think I'm gonna put it on top. Okay. Yep. Alright, so... Are they dead? Unless they top deck another counterspell? They might be just dead, because we're gonna do Lightning Bolt, Lava Spike, and Eidolon. They're gonna be at 1. They cannot cast any spell that costs 1 or less. So I think in response, I'm just gonna bolt them. Unless they top deck a Client to Dust, another one. That would be like a crazy top deck, because they would gain 6 and... Okay, opt. Alright, so they can cast double opt. That's also pretty good. But I don't think that's quite enough to beat us. Yeah, we're a bit mana screwed. Alright, so Lava Spike. Guess we play the Eidolon first, just in case they have like a Spell Pierce or something like that. I think we got it. Because they would need a spell that costs more than 3 to get rid of our Eidolon. I don't think they're playing this. Like, maybe Cryptic, but I wouldn't bet on it. Okay. Wow, they do have a Cryptic. What is this? If they do have a Cryptic, that's insane. Oh. No, you cannot do that, opponent. That costs less than... Oh, that's a copy, so they don't cast it. Right. So they can do that. They go to 2. Right. Right. Alright, pass turn. But are there any more creatures? No. So my opponent is a bit in trouble because there are no more creatures in the graveyard right now. Okay. So I guess any spell, we win. Any burn spell. Well, that works, I guess. Can they get out of this one? If they have, like... Remove... Wait a second. Let's say they have... Fatal Push. Can they, like, do... Push this, copy it, then pay 4, eat it, and eat it? Or... Because this will not cast the actual spell. So they can fetch our Black Source Swamp, Lightning Bolt this, copy it to kill this. They take 2, but in response to the trigger of Eidolon. Well, now, no, because if they want their spell to resolve, they're gonna have to... Eidolon's gonna have to go to the graveyard, right? I think we're good if we attack. Unless I'm missing something. Maybe I am, I don't know. But there are no more creatures in the grave. Okay, they go to 1. Did I just throw the game here? We're gonna see. Did I throw the game? They have like exactly what I said. Fatal Push into Clang to Dust. Yep. So they push this. And in response to Eidolon's trigger, they can eat it. But there is only 1 creature. Wow, this is exactly what I said. I think I might have just... I think I threw the game here. We'll see. Because now they can, in response, Clank to Dust, eat my Eidolon, go to 4, take 2, down to 2, chump block. Yep. Well, doesn't mean we lose the game, but we're giving them an extra chance to get out of this one. So yeah, I think it was a mistake on my part. Maybe I should have just said go. Yep. Okay. Yep. So they can eat my Goblin Guide, go to 5, but they don't have... Yep, now they have their land. They can eat my guide. Oh, Thing in the Ice. Okay. Alright, so now they're tapped. Yes, we don't play it. Doesn't really matter. They have a blocker anyways. And they can kill it and eat it, so I don't think it's really good to do that. Okay. So I go to 3. I think the error was not to attack, it was actually to play my Goblin Guide, because by playing the guide, I was giving them another way to gain 3 extra life. And yeah, I think that was maybe my mistake. Alright, so I just threw this one, I think. Well, that was bad. So, since I saw Thing in the Eyes, do I want to bring Path to Exile? I don't think so. I think it's not like their main plan. I might just be stuck with this card in my hand. But I think Roiling Vortex could be a consideration. We already have like relics to be declined to dust. Just saw one and they did kick command on it. And on the plate, things gonna be easier. What do you think, guys? I don't know, I actually don't know this deck, so... But I think these doesn't really matter. These... Like, I don't think Thing in the Ice... I don't think they were like playing 4 Thing in the Ice. Rolling Vortex seems a bit... Like, top deck burn will work. Yeah. I think, Morgan, you're a bit light. Yeah. I think Morgan is a bit late in the live. Alright, I mean, I'm gonna keep this. It's not an Eidolon hand, but it's still pretty good. Alright. Let's hope it's good enough. Alright, let's see if they have a Lightning Bolt here or a Fatal Push. They do have a Lightning Bolt. That's fine. The one thing that is good, I think, for us is they're taking a lot of damage from their lands. So, that's an advantage we have. Like, Grixis requires you to actually shock a lot because it's a pretty color-hungry pair. Maybe they're thinking here if they want to shock or something. Are they just passing? Okay. Alright, so they have 2 basic lines. Pretty good for them. Okay, so I think we just have to attack for 1 and not play anything. To protect our Swiftspear from Lightning Bolt number 2. I think that's fine. And that way I can keep my Skullcrack up, and if I want to I can crack my Fiery Islet end of turn if I need it. That's a thing I like about this play. Rather than just go all burn spells in. Alright, so let's see if they were actually good and they were holding Lightning Bolt. Alright. Let's fire off this bolt. I think they don't have one. Yep. Alright. Goblin Guide's not too bad. They might have a Snap Chump. Snap Chomp. They have Snap Chomp. Oh, it's not a Snap Chomp. Okay. I think Monastery Swiftspear did enough damage. They're gonna go to 7. Just one top deck like more burn spells here. But if they do that, it means they don't have another removal spell. Or just they were missing their black source, which we're gonna get next turn. So I think I'm fine putting it to the bottom. And just passing. That way we can hold our Skullcrack. And we have our Sunbaked Canyon that we can crack end of turn. Alright, opponent says go. I think I'm gonna do just that. Alright, in response they have Middle Push. Or Clank to Dust, my Swiftspear. Alright, that's fine. Alright. Alright. Alright, this is gonna be a Snap Chomp. Or Snap Bolt, that's also good. Alright, Snap Chomp. Alright. So let's suspend a Rift Bolt. If they want to clank to dust, they're gonna spend their whole turn, so I think I'm fine playing the second Rift Bolt. If they really want to spend their whole turn just to gain 3 life, I'm fine with this. Sith Apprentice, Apprentic, I don't know how to pronounce your name, sorry man. Is it Sith Apprentic 03? Is it correct? I'm from Canada, Quebec. That's why I have this French accent. Yep, sorry if you don't like my little accent. And that's fine, Morgans. You'll manage to get there. Alright, so are they gonna play? Yep, Aether Gust. That's fine. Yep. Let's just put it back on top, I guess. Three. Suspend. Go. Alright, so we don't have any more creatures in the yard. Do they have creatures? They don't. So Clank to Dust is not going to be a threat anymore. Alright. So, but they might want to Thought Scour off to get our creatures. That could be a pretty good idea. Back for 2. Or a bit under pressure here. Do I want to hold this Skullcrack for later? I probably have a counter spell in hand, so I think I'm just gonna crack this Sunbaked Canyon. They have another way to gain life. Okay, Vintage. Alright, Relic's not too bad. They're gonna draw a card in response. Alright, response. Gonna Skullcrack you. Alright, so we're just gonna say go. In case if they try to eat one of our creatures, we can exile one of our own cards. Alright, they tell Scour themselves. Don't get a creature. My god, man, this Climb to Dust, well, Climb to Dust in general, makes the burn matchup so grindy sometimes. Because literally, I think in game 2 they won like 12 life with it, and in this game they won 9 life so far. I guess I'm not gonna let them... Like, I could try to eat their grave slowly, but I'm so afraid that they have, like, in response, Thought Scour you, I get a creature and I eat it right away. Yes, we're gonna see if they have it, because they just use a Thought Scour there. So they have exactly what I said. I'm gonna be a bit pissed, but you know, they have exactly that. Like Thought Scour in response. Aethergus, okay. Well, that's fine. We're just gonna draw a card. They're gonna draw their Aethergust. Yep. Alright, so no more Climb to Dust in the grave. That's good. So... yes, we just say go. We're gonna cast double burn spell in a row. So we know they have at least one counter. The question is, do we want to crack a relic, try to draw 2 cards, then try to hope double burn and then just kill them and hope they don't have double counter spell? I think that's fine since they have already 1-2 Climb in the exile zone. I think that's fine. We drew a Vintage and a land. Alright, not great. Let's just pass. Well, we're dead in 5 turns. Maybe less if they have Lightning Bolt, so you have to draw a burn spell. That's a burn spell. I think I'm just gonna go for it now. Let's see if they have double counter. I don't think that they're running a lot of counters in their deck, so I think that's fine. And we're gonna put a Lava Spike on top, so... they have Snap Aethergust, they're pretty good. Because not letting their Snap just to put pressure on us. Okay. Oh, opponent says GG's. GG opponent, I didn't see your GG, sorry. Alright, so this round was pretty long. Got pretty grindy with the Clang to Dust, and I did a small misstep in game 2, which I think might have cost me the game, which is not that small of a misstep. And at least we got there. So 3-0, that's pretty good. But when we're 3-0 with Burn, it's the time after that you get 3-2 because you play against like Soul Sisters and Heliod Company or Dredge. Alright, let's go to round number 4. We're on the draw. Yuck. That's not good. This hand is way too slow. We don't have turn 1. All of our spells are awkward. We're on the draw with a pair of Eidolons. Let's mull. Alright, we'll work with that. Keep Islet to the bottom. Pillow to Delta again. No, don't push my Monastery, please. Don't do it. Thank you. Alright, Watery Grave. We need more information. Mill. Mill doesn't play Mishra's Bubble. We're gonna see if it's Mill right now. Because we fetch. Mishra's Bubble usually is played in either Artifact decks or, yeah, Artifact decks. Okay. Got me. So, I don't know what we're up against. Maybe just an Urza deck. These decks disappeared from the map, but I guess they're back. Wow, Eon 1. Okay. Eidolon is pretty good. Let's force them to use their EE. Okay. So we got one more damage in. Alright, best turn. Is this Urza time? I think it is. Urza time. Yep. Okay, that's only a 2/2, so that's fine so far. Let's remember that they have 2 blue up. Okay. They don't have to tap it. Wow, that's pretty annoying. We don't really have good attacks here. Can just crack this in response to us doing stuff. Yeah, let's just pass. We don't have good attacks. So we're not exactly there. Only 7 in hand, and they might have counterspell as well. So could be tough. Another Urza? Oh, what? 5 mana? Okay. They're gonna get a Foundry. Do we want to answer to this? Damn. Yes, we have to. Cause they're tapped out. And we might get something. I don't really know what they could get onto except for Foundry here. I guess I can Skullcrack in response. Just I don't really have to. But they can gain a lot of life this turn. I think I'm gonna let it resolve. Hold the Boros Charm for now. Yeah, they got a Foundry. Well, that's fine. Well, maybe not two. They have a lot of they have 3 artifacts. Okay. You wanted me to Boros Charm there? Where exactly? Before attacks or in response to the where is it? War of Invention. I think I'm gonna have to keep this. Oh. Okay. Well, they can gain life at instant speed here. Right now they can gain 2 life. Oh no, they can gain more than that because they're gonna make tokens that they can tap. Yeah, let's go to our draw. Well, this doesn't do anything. In response to the where or the turn before their second mana phase. Yeah, I was thinking about it, but I like having Boros Charm in like my back pocket to surprise my opponent. And I don't think would have advanced much the board. Now we're a bit in trouble, honestly. They can just gain a lot of life here. Let's see what they do. They don't have the sword yet, so for this part we're good. Okay. Let's try to charm them. Well, they'll have to gain life here in response or counter my charm. Yeah, I know it says non-token. But I was thinking that they could gain... They have this in play, so they could gain 3 life. Mishra's Bubble, Sculptor Foundry, and Engineering Explosive. And what I was saying was more... they can tap their token from this to add a blue, sack this, then add a token, sack a blue, sack this, and Just I was calculating how much life they could gain with the Foundry. So right now they can gain only 2, and they have to sack their Foundry. Okay, they activate in response. Well, that doesn't do anything. Wow, I think we just steal this game. Because this is a very bad matchup. Okay. Let's bring the Vortex. The Wear Tears. Searing Blaze is Lightning Helix is not good. This is a pretty difficult matchup, honestly. We don't have much, and all of our answers in our sideboards are pretty awkward. Like, we could bring Path for Urza, but it's only Urza. Like, Relic is okay to beat Sword of the Meek, but it doesn't do much. So, we don't have much, honestly. I think we got at least 1 Blaze. And I could see cutting maybe 2 Blaze for 2 Path. I could see that. Other than that, I think we're good. You don't want to over sideboard against them, because being stuck with like 3 Path or 2 Relics that doesn't do anything is also bad. Yeah, this deck, I'm happy that it's not in the meta anymore, because it's very hard for Burn to beat. Well, they have an Urza. But we actually have a turn 3 kill. If we top deck another burn spell. That costs 1. Actually, no, we have exactly lethal. If Relic was Stony Silence, I would bring it in. Otherwise, I'm not sure Relic does enough against... Yeah, exactly. If it was Stony Silence for sure, I mean, that would be great. It stops Foundry from working properly. But Relic, it's not exactly what you want. Doesn't do anything, actually. So here they have to chump, or they're dead, actually. Or they need a counter spell. But unfortunately, we cannot, like, force them to chump because this is sorcery speed. So they're gonna have the choice here. I don't really like, but guess we can just go for Lightning Bolt Skewer, bring them down to 5, and now they're gonna have to chump unless they have counter spell. Or we could play Lightning Bolt on this, attack for 4, bring them down to 7, play the Eidolon, and then next turn try to kill them. Really depends if they have a counter spell or not, because we know they have Urza, and they have Sword, and they have top tier Foundry in their yard, so we have to kill the Emery, I think. It's like our most important problem. I think we just start by attacking, see if they want to block. Alright, let's try to bolt this. Let's see, if we bolt face, that's only 6, 5. Yeah, that's where one off lethal, that's why I did this. No, they have Tomter in the yard, so that's why we have to kill the Emery. Because they can just bring it back and have infinite. Yep. Yeah, that's why I did this play, because because of this card. Because now we can just skewer the Emery and we're safe. Because the thing they can do is next turn play a land, play Urza. They have these two. With Emery, bring back top tier Foundry by getting a black with this. Then they have Sword of the Meek. They can tap their token to add a blue. They sack and they infinite. So that's why I did this, because we were just dead. Now, it gives us a better chance, even though we might be screwed anyway. Not a great top deck. Alright, Eidolon go. Yeah, we might be screwed here. If they see it, we're dead. And if they're playing this deck, they see it. So now they can put this on top and draw it, and now they have infinite. Infinite mana, infinite life, infinite 1/1 tokens. Yeah. Okay. Not for me. Okay. Relic could be fine. I don't think it's worth it though. Because they have too many ways to get it anyway. So I think you just rather try to kill them as fast as possible. Oof. Mole. Alright, that's better. Keep this, put away the Wooded Foothills. Guide. Tech. Really hope they don't rebuke my Roiling Vortex next turn. Because Roiling Vortex can actually help us a lot to win. Wow, they have Counterspell. Oh no, they don't. Wow, that's a crazy turn 1 for my opponent. Okay. Now we have the option to kill this or just play the Roiling Vortex now. I think we start off by attacking. See what's going on a bit. Urza, of course. So I think we lose a lot of tempo if we just kill this. I think we just play our Roiling Vortex. Because, yeah, they can't get back the Foundry. That's very annoying. Only I had like one more Suspend, Riftbolt, or Lava Spike, or anything to go along with my Lightning Bolt. Gonna go for this, because might seem dumb, but well, if it resolves first, does it resolve? Yep. Alright, so might seem dumb, but I think it's still fine, since even though they're gonna have the Foundry, we can't prevent them from going infinite life. They can have infinite tokens, so we're gonna have actually one more turn. And I mean, they're only gonna have 2 mana right now, so if they want to play the Foundry, is gonna use their entire turn. Oh, they don't have any artifact. Oh, never mind. Oh! Oh! Oh my god, that's awesome. Cost 0, you have to take 5. Wow, that's insane. Forgot about that part, lol. Yeah. Wow, that was very funny. Oops. Okay. Wow. Wow. I think we just got it. They don't have any more mana left, so they cannot force. We have Roiling Vortex. Wow. They just threw the game because they didn't remember Roiling Vortex ability. Nice. Wow, this actually mattered in a match. But I forgot that Roiling Vortex is actually very good against them, because I was only thinking about the life gain part. But actually, they're taking a lot of damage from Mishra's Bubble, Ember. What else costs 0? I don't know if they're running Force Negation. Probably not, though. That was still very, very funny. Oh my god. Alright, so let's try to go for the 5-oak here. But I think I'm cursed being 4-1, because my 6 of my 8 last leagues were 4-1s. And I missed the 5-0 every single time. I mean, that's alright. 4-1 is still very, very good. I could do one if you guys want me to. Deck tech on burn variations. Do you mean burn variations like Boros Burn, or you mean like everything that goes from Lures to Incinerator to not Stomping Ground, but Gruel Burn, Naya Burn? Because I could do that. I mean, I always try the best list for burn, so I could try to do like a little series where I tried all the lists from burn, tell you which I think is better. Alright, so I think that's a bit too awkward. We get our second land, we're in business, but I don't think we can hope to get that, so let's maul. Alright, that's better. Yeah. Lures Burn. Well, Lures Burn. I don't know if you ever heard me talk about Lures Burn. I think Lures is pretty good as value-wise, because you can go long games and can help you like win some of those grindy games. But the fact that I don't like about Boros Burn is that your opponent knows that you're on a Boros deck. And that sometimes can actually mean you lose the game because of that, because they can like mulligan or keep a hand. But I think this argument maybe is outdated because there's so much Lur's deck out there right now. I think might be worth to try Lur's again. What? Oh my god, we're playing against Mono Green Control? Really? Is this happening for the 5-0? Mono Green Control can actually beat Burn very easily because they have infinite life gain in their deck. And have cards like these, which block your Goblin Guides very easily. I was thinking, but both would be cool. Yeah. I mean, I like Boros Burn. I tried out Incinerator Burn. I'm not too hyped on Incinerator right now, because a lot of decks are trying to beat Boros. And I think Incinerator is pretty much weak to Aethergust and Path to Exile, which are cards that are being played a lot right now. Okay. Okay. Oh, they have only 2 lands. They missed their land drop. So I think that they won't block here, because if they block, we kill their creature. And if they don't block, they're dead. So I think we're in a very good position right now. Well, they can just block now. They're gonna have another one. Alright, so we know they're not drawing a land. So I think we just say go, and they cannot cast a spell that costs 3 or less, or they're dead. And if they don't do anything, we can just go to attacks and go like that. Yep. Nice. Alright, so going against this weird deck, Roiling Vortex, you need until life gain in this matchup. Even though they can like destroy it pretty easily, I think you just need it. Other than that, Wear Tear, I think is fine. I think I'm gonna cut on Helixes. Probably 1 Blaze. Blaze, I think, is okay in this matchup because they have a lot of creatures that are small that you can blaze. And if they're playing the wall against you, you can attack with Guide and turn 2 Blaze. I mean, that's fine. Helix, though, doesn't do anything. I don't think I want to see more than 1 Blaze in the game, so just gonna go like that. Eidolon. Yeah, Eidolon's not great, honestly, on the draw. Let's see what they have. Okay, so we got the Blaze. So if they have turn 2 wall, we can Blaze with our Swiftspear and kill it. We don't have our 3rd land, which is very important in this matchup, but I think it's fine. And we don't have anti-life gain either, so not the best hand, but still pretty good as a burn hand as a whole. Okay, so I think we just bolt that rather than play Swiftspear here. They're down to 1 card. It's not looking good for them. let's go face here. Face is the place. Face is the place. Another one. Well, we have another removal. And it's like our best removal. Alright. They need to gain some life here. Alright, so not the best way to end up a 5-0. But I mean, still a 5-0, right? Okay, so I'm just gonna do a little wrap up here of this list. These two cards, I don't like them. I'm gonna bring Smashes back, I think, because did I use the tear once? No. I think in my 5 last leagues I used the tear once, and it was to beat a Blood Moon. After that, Kor Firewalker I think goes away, and we can actually bring one more Smash, because like you saw in this league, I think the modern format is a bit moving towards more artifacts, because a lot of people are playing less artifacts into their artifact hate into their sideboard. So people are saying, oh, the less artifact hate, so I'm just gonna bring artifact decks to the table. So I think Smashes could actually be pretty good in the near future. Other than that, I like Relic. I think Relic is still very solid. Oh, why Relic instead of Rest in Peace? Because Relic stops Lur's decks, stops Uro decks, and stops Jaunt and Oops All spells without taking a card away from you. So that's why I like playing Relic over Rest in Peace right now. If by a miracle no one is playing those decks anymore and everybody's playing Dredge, I think Rest in Peace is way better against Dredge. But because there are more like grindy graveyard deck than just I put everything in my graveyard and I attack with you. So Oops All spells is okay, but you can like crack the Relic in response to their combo. But yeah, that's pretty much it for my sideboard, probably in the next video. So if you enjoyed the video, please make sure to put a little like, and if you want to see more lives and Modern Burn videos, make sure to subscribe to my channel. If you enjoyed this live, let me know in the comment section below. Actually, it was my first time doing this, so if you liked it, if you want me to do more of these later on in the future, just tell me. And yeah, has been GG for a Goblin Guide. See you next time.